Okay, I've just bought my wallet, £5 from Primark Superstore, the world's biggest Primark Superstore in Birmingham city centre. Bullring shopping centres there. This is a high street, and this is the side that's actually open right now because of the weather, the severe weather, the slushy ice, which is beginning to thaw out, makes it kind of watery. So do remember your feet could get wet. You might need to wear wellies or something. Okay, so that's the wallet done, and do remember you can donate as much as you want, and you shouldn't hesitate. I have got a wallet now to put the money in, so it is welcoming donations, of course, and I've mentioned my bank details, and they'll be on the video as well. Okay, regarding the news events, I mentioned 3 items previously in my first video. This is my third video of the day, and I'll keep it as short as possible because I don't want too long-winded videos. Because obviously the attention span of my views ain't that long either, so most people just flick through these videos. From my opinion of what's going on with these social media sites, these platforms, various platforms, and I should note that the news events concerning the shooting by ICE agents, immigration agents, of a woman, a 37-year-old woman, who was attempting to reverse out and then flee, then in pursuit mode go forwards when they were asking her to stop the vehicle. It was actually the other agent that actually shot her dead, not the one that was actually warning her to stop the vehicle. She must have reversed to see the agent. I think that's what she was doing. From the video, it looks like she reversed to see the agent, and then she just panicked or something, adrenaline or something, and flee, obviously, the scene. And that's what she was doing, going forwards, fleeing. And she's not even got a criminal record or anything like that. So it's despicable what happened, I think, shooting someone like that. But obviously that is the USA, isn't it? It's not Britain, but even in Britain they do that sometimes, But dangerous things like that do happen. And I think, really speaking, those officers weren't professional in their duty. Because if they had been professional, they should have aimed at the tyres, slow the vehicle down, bring it to a halt, not aim at the windscreen, direct kill. That's lethal, that's obviously soldiers do that, obviously, when they're trying to shoot dead people. So that person had no chance of escape, that woman. She's mother of 3 children, by the way, 37-year-old. Her name was Renee Nicole Good. I don't think she was good on that day, was she? They deemed her bad. In America, good means bad, isn't it, or something like that? And bad means good. So I've heard anyway. So they shot her dead anyway. She was fleeing, and like I said, it was the other agent, not the one that was actually telling her to stop the window. When she reversed back slightly, and then, like I said, she must have panicked, adrenaline flow, and wanted to flee, go forwards. And she didn't fire at them. She didn't have no weapons. So it is really over excessive use of force, obviously. Complete kill, that is. That's almost like shooting people dead, like when they massacre people, I feel like that sometimes as well. I don't even have my kids with me anyway, so I can't really speak for myself. I'm not in a good state either. My kids were snatched off me. My mother was snatched off me, and then she died in a care home last year on the 4th of January 2025. And my car sadly followed that line as well. It died. It failed MOT in May 2025, shortly after my mother's death, and it was sadly scrapped due to affordability issues of repairs, costs, etc. Myself being on minimal income, just barely surviving. barely, I should mention, and I'm not getting much help at all from my viewers, and that's the reason why I bought this wallet as well. So that's that thing. I don't think what they're saying, there are obviously conflicting reports. They're saying that she reversed into them. It doesn't look like that at all from the videos that I've seen. She doesn't reverse deliberately into slamming into them or something, or to injure them or wound them or something. It wasn't like that. She reversed back to have a quick glimpse, I think, at those agents, and then she fled, went forwards. That's what happened. From the videos that I've seen, from my point of view, that's my opinion. And like I say, they should have just shot at the tyres or something, not at the windscreen. And it wasn't a bulletproof car like the president. You know, I mean, the president has got a bulletproof car, and incidentally, those cars, they can be shot at from the windscreen, from the sides, etc., and they'll be still safe inside the occupants in the presidential car. And also, even if they shoot at the tyres, they can do 50 miles an hour, even with the punctured tyres. There's special tyres that they've got as well on those limousines that the presidents have. So that wouldn't have even been an issue. That wouldn't have even affected them if it's somebody like that, somebody senior. So that's a civilian, isn't it? A woman that they shot dead anyway. That's in the US, in Minnesota. The other news was obviously extraction of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro on the 3rd of January 2026. And that happened before that woman got shot dead, obviously. But he was removed with his wife as well. They were captured, taken out of the country. A sovereign country, I should add. And that's really, you know, against international law when that happens. But they did it anyway. And they've done it before as well. And I should remind them, it happened back in Panama in 1990, on the same day, 3rd of January 1990. The General Manuel Noriega was he surrendered, actually. There's a psychological warfare going on for 15 days. He sought sanctuary at a church or something, and under international law, they couldn't just capture him from there. So they put full blast music, loud music, heavy metal music, Guns N' Roses, I Fought the Law, etc. A lot of music like that, and on full volume. And it was deafening, obviously, and he couldn't get sleep. Eventually, he surrendered after 15 days. And that was Operation Nifty Package, psychological warfare. That's how they captured him. And he actually died in prison back in May the 29th, 2017, at the age of 83. He was given a 40-year sentence. That's Noriega. Manuel. He's only a 5'6" guy at the most. Much shorter guy. But on the other hand, Nicolas Maduro, he's a bit bigger guy, 6'3", and I think he was injured in his removal in that Operation Absolute Resolve or something like that. Resolve Absolute or something. That's the name of that one. That happened on the 3rd of January 2026. So I'm not too favouring that either, but like I said, it has happened. And I think they did it deliberately on that same day, just to remind people that we've removed leaders in that region, the CIA, etc., the US military. So I think they're doing that on that day to remind people, in case there was any opposition, that they've done it before, on a shorter guy, obviously. And that guy died in prison, but he's in New York now, obviously, Maduro, with his wife in prison, and on court case trial, etc. And finally, Greenland, that's the other news event I was going on about. And even there, that's happened before, something like that. The US government purchased Alaska for virtually next to nothing, in a very cheap bargain, from Russia, the Russian Empire at the time. And it is actually found to have a lot of oil deposits. So they struck oil there, obviously. So that's the biggest blunder for the Russians, obviously, in selling that out. But now they've got Greenland on site, and it's a possibility that could be taken over easily as well. And they haven't ruled out military force. I think the locals might not object to it if it gets more prosperous. Obviously, there'll be American companies there, isn't it? American eateries, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Pizza Hut, you name it. And also the Ford Motor Company, maybe, as well. That's just 3 examples, obviously, American companies. But also, there might be also drilling for oil, maybe, and minerals and deposits. It is a strategic point, obviously, in between Europe and North America. So it's one way of not having to go for Canada, and it's strategic. So they don't even have to have bases in Europe. They're next to Europe, right in the middle. It could be a stopping point, couldn't it, for flights from New York, say, on the East Coast to Europe. A stopping point. They could stop in Greenland, and then on their way go to Europe. A stopping point. So that's another advantage. There are obviously other advantages as well. So it all depends on them, and also how the Denmark government responds, and if they have got much of a choice. I'm not sure if they've got much of a choice. They'll have to work things out. They could obviously be offered something. They might just settle out on the table. They might just accept an offer. They might just buy them out. The government, U.S. government, might just buy them out. The current Trump administration, and this is obviously going to be one of his last attempts. He's done it before, and he failed last time. So obviously, you know that motto: if you fail, try again, and come back next year and do your research without residence. That sort of thing, is it? So it will be something that, if they acquire extra land like that, Greenland. I mean, that's massive. I think that's even bigger than Alaska. It looks like on the map, anyway. If they get that, that's going to be a very good strategic point. Much more than the capture of Nicholas Maduro. I mean, that's peanuts. That's just the Drug Enforcement Agency up to their usual, because of the drugs that are imported or something to the US. So they usually have a vendetta then, innit? When that happens, a war on those people who smuggle drugs and things. And so that is obviously going to be opposed by Denmark, by certainly, and maybe the European Union as well. But like I said, there is military option there for them as well. And I'll end this video now. It's getting too long. Dr. James VOND on Friday 9th of January 2026 in Birmingham city centre. And I've just done my shopping, of course. I'll just show you my wallet again. £5 from Primark. So send all the money you can. That's all I can say. You've got my bank details. So don't hesitate. Make my day.